Hey everybody, Mitch Tram here. We're going to do some simple fajitas. This is super easy, not a lot of prep time, and they pretty much always come out delicious. So what we need to do this is we need some skirt steak, which we have there. We're going to need some limes. Going to need a knife to do some trimming. Need your fajita seasoning of choice. I like the Bolner's Fiesta fajita seasoning. And then you need some black pepper. And the last thing is you're going to need something to put them in to let them marinate for a period of time. All right, so let's get to it. The first thing we have to do is trim these up a little bit. So I'm going to turn my camera down this way so we can see them good. All right. If we look at these, there's not a lot to trim. We're looking for silver skin. You want to get all the silver skin off of them you can. And these were pre-tenderized. They didn't have any that weren't tenderized at my grocery store today, so I picked these up. We do have a little bit of silver skin, and being pre-tenderized doesn't really matter. I don't know how much difference it really makes, if I'm being honest with you. The biggest thing is getting rid of the silver skin, because it doesn't matter what you do, that's always going to be tough and chewy. So I'm going to get my little boning knife in here, and we're going to remove any of that we can get to. It is a tough cut of meat, but that silver skin just makes it so tough that there's nothing you can do about it if you don't get that off. And that's probably the biggest mistake that people make when they're making fajitas, is they leave that on. And if you leave that on, then nothing you do is going to make a piece of meat where that silver skin is tender. So lucky for us, there wasn't much on here. The rest of this is just fat. It looks like I don't see any other silver skin, so that's fantastic. All right, now what we're going to do is give them a generous coating of our fajita seasoning. And use whatever you like. I like the Bolner's. It has a nice flavor to it, as well as it has tenderizer built into it. So I'm going to add a little of this on both sides. And like I said, a nice generous layer. And we're going to hit it with the black pepper at the same time, and then we're going to flip it and do this on the other side. And pepper is something that you have to do to your own taste. I really like pepper, so you'll see as I'm cooking, I a lot of times put a lot of pepper on things. So a nice good coating of that. Put our pepper on it. Push all that down. And then we're going to put some lime juice on it, and we're going to put it in this container. Now, you have to be careful with the lime juice, or you can make it too limey. Some people don't use it. I like the lime juice, so, you can kind of experiment, or, don't do it if you don't like that lime juice. But I just like to put a little bit on it. I'm probably going to use half a lime on this whole piece of meat. And this is a small piece of fajita. Just my wife and I, so there's not, need to make a ton of meat here. I'll flip this over, and I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice on this side. And the lime juice, as well as the tenderizer and the fajita seasoning, also helps tenderize this. So just kind of pat that all down. Then we're going to take our container here, put our fajitas in that, pop the lid on it. And we're going to put this in the fridge. And you could do it overnight, but I would say at least about 6 hours to give that tenderizer and the lime juice a little bit of time to work. All right, we'll see you in a bit when we put these guys on the pit here this evening. All right, we're ready to put our fajitas on the pit. Have a little fire over in the corner there of our pit. We're going to put it on the main part of our grill right here and get these guys going. I'm gonna close the pit for a minute, let them cook, and then we'll flip them here in just a second. All right, I think they're probably ready to flip. Let's take a look. Definitely see the juices dripping off of them. Oh yeah, a little caramelization on the back of them there. I'm gonna flip them over. Give them a few more minutes, then we'll pull them off. All right, I would say that they're probably ready, so let's pull them off and let's cut them and have a little taste and see how they are. There we go. Looking pretty good. Let's cut them and see how they are. All right, that took us probably 10 or 15 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes on each side to get these guys ready. Let's cut them and see what they taste like. They smell great. Nice and juicy. And you notice I'm cross-cutting these, right? The grain runs this way. So you always want to cut against that grain. You never want to cut with the grain. Cutting with the grain is going to make a really tough piece of meat to eat. Got me a little bite there. Let's give it a try. Very good. Just the right amount of citrus on there. Just the right amount of seasoning. Like I said, with the citrus, you have to be careful not to overdo it. I used half a lime between both sides of this set of fajitas. And it adds just a little bit of tang to it. And then you have that fajita seasoning, which has the garlic, black pepper, salt in it, and just overall fantastic results. Give it a try. Let me know how it turns out. Let me know what you do differently. Drop me a comment. I answer every one of them. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.